Perfect. Thanks, y'all. Well, first of all, I just want to thank Ms. LaJoy Grant. She is so awesome for allowing me to be with y'all on your last day of school. I remember 21 years ago when I was in your exact same position. I was nervous, excited, right? You guys are in a different type of economy this year. But what I wanted to let you guys know, I want this to be motivational as well. Just because there's a lot of challenges out there, that means there's a lot of opportunities, okay? So I want everyone to recognize that you are in the opportunity of your lifetime, all right? And my name is Nicole Ivory, all right? Some people call me Agent Ivory. I've been an agent my whole life. So when I was in your position, I had the opportunity to either spend $100,000 to go to college or make $100,000. I decided to make $100,000. I know you had a lot of speakers with college backgrounds, and that's totally awesome. I have a lot of people in my family with college degrees. My father has his doctorate, so I'm not against education on that level. My goal today is just to share with you a different path that could be viable for you. It was viable for my brother and I. We're very successful, making a lot of money. But of course, everything is different for everyone, okay? So just kind of listen closely to see if this is something that may be of interest to you or maybe even for a friend, all right? So I'm actually the founder of AI Mutual, okay? We always say aim high. Everything and for me is about going to the next level. And so basically, I am an insurance broker. And we'll go into that a little bit, and I'll try to move quickly too, because I know we don't have that much time. And then also, I am an adjuster. So today we're going to talk about the financial services sector, the insurance, industry. A lot of young people are not too thrilled about insurance, don't know too much about it, but I'm here today to tell you there's a lot of money in the insurance industry, okay? So just really quickly about my background, I've always been in financial services. Like I said, I started off in the real estate market when I was the age of 19. So I did that, and then I went to work for corporate America. I worked for the big four accounting firms, so KPMG, PwC, and then my last notable experience in corporate America was MetLife. And that's what actually opened the door for me to see the opportunities in the insurance business, okay? It's a $1.22 trillion industry. It's just going up, okay? And so I want to make sure you guys are able to capitalize off of that, all right? So I have all my certifications, all of my licenses for the state of Texas and other states as well, for both my life and health as well as my PNC, which is property and casualty license. All right, so let's get into what I really came here today to talk to you guys about. So there's a lot of money to be made in the insurance industry. So for instance, I say here, you can be one or you can be all three. The cool thing for me is I'm all three. You can be all three. I always like to let young people know to make sure you have options. Even if you go to college and have a college degree, make sure you have a business or you have some type of trade, okay? And the reason why I say that is because, since I've been, living here on this earth, I've seen a lot happen from recessions to everything else. You have to quickly be able to adjust to the economy and be able to move from one industry to another if the need arises, okay? So let's just talk about the insurance industry. I'm an insurance broker, and then also property adjuster and then cat adjuster. All right, let's get into the insurance broker. What exactly is an insurance broker? So you probably have heard of an insurance agent, right? That's fine. Insurance broker actually has agents working for them. Okay, so that's more of your CEOs of the insurance company. But then a broker actually has access. Let me go back. As you see here, to all of these insurance carriers, whereas mostly insurance agent may be captive, and a captive agent means like how I used to work for MetLife, I could only sell MetLife products. Well, now as a broker, I can sell Travelers, I can sell MetLife, I can sell Progressive, you name it, I can sell it. That gives me more options for my clients, okay? So, what do they do? Well, look down here. I have the opportunity to sell people what they need, okay? It may not be as fun as, selling travel or something else, but people need this. You can get pulled over by the police and get a ticket if you do not have auto insurance, right? So everyone needs auto insurance. If you're a homeowner, you have to have home insurance before you can even close on that house, okay? Also, health insurance is very important. Life insurance is my bread and butter of what my company does. And then, of course, there's travel and accident, all right? So let's talk about the education requirements. So basically what I wanted to reassure you guys again Everything I'm going to talk to you today is about getting a license, all right? A license is your way to make money immediately. Once you're able to get certified by the state of Texas and you have your license, now you have your paper in hand to where if you decided to go work for Liberty Mutual or, or whoever, State Farm, you actually have something to say that you're qualified to be able to do that job. Or if you wanted to become your own CEO of your company, well, then now you have access to go out to those various companies that I just named to you and ask for an appointment so that way you can start selling their products, okay? So very easy. All you have to do is complete a Texas Insurance pre-licensing course. I have some information of that towards the end for you. You pass the Texas Insurance licensing exam, and then you have to do your fingerprints, okay? This is the FBI, just making sure that you're not a criminal. So one thing I always like to tell everybody, make sure you stay out of trouble, all right? If you get into trouble, it's gonna be very hard for you to make money in this or any other type of industry that requires a license. Also, I want everybody to do the right thing, right? And make sure you get married, have kids and all that. But if you don't, it's okay. But make sure if you pay your child support, because if you don't pay your child support and you're behind, your license will get revoked, okay? So, but then you just apply for a Texas Insurance license. And after that, you are ready to rock. Let's talk about the salary. Let's talk about the money. I'm all about the money. I know everybody's here excited. They're about to graduate. And I'm sorry, but money is important, right? It was very important for me when I was 18. So becoming an insurance agent, again, there is a difference between captive and being independent, right? But we'll just kind of give you the averages on what that would look like. So an insurance agent, if you're working for, again, State Farm, Liberty Mutual, the low end is $42,000, high end is $63,000, average is about $55K. If you were to go to corporate America and wanted a job, you could probably get something around $55K, right? Being an insurance broker, meaning you have access to more than one carrier. Actually, that range goes anywhere from 70 to 200K. All right. I always say the sky's the limit because you're in sales, especially once you get people to work for you, you start to get part of their commission as well. All right. Let's talk about the positives and the negatives. One thing I talk about with my clients all the time on any product I give them the good, bad, and the ugly. I'm just really upfront with people. Sometimes people want to be all glossy and everything's so great, but you need to know the good, bad, and ugly of everything you enter before you started. Okay. So one thing that I really like about it, the positives, is you're able to work from home. And as you've seen in this environment, working from home is the new normal, all right? You control your own schedule. So I love sales. I love being able to maybe one day travel and do what I want to do, then the next 4 days work really hard, okay? So the sky is the limit. Again, you can earn what you earn. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, I should be making 100K, well, then sales is going to be the right avenue for you, because when you go to corporate America, they give you a set salary, no matter if you work hard or if you don't. I've been in corporate America for a long time. I've seen people who are awesome, who are about their business, and they make the exact same amount of money as the people who are a little lazy, okay? So if you really want to earn your worth, then you need to get into sales. Residual income. Residual income is interesting. I don't really have a whole lot of time to get into it now, but once you make a sale, you can continuously receive commission for the next year for that particular sale. Okay, so that's really good. Let's just say, for instance, if you were to get $100 for one client every month, now you can multiply that times 100 clients. Now you're getting that residual income every month, and it has nothing to do with anything else that you're doing, okay? And then, of course, if you're doing it as an independent person, you can write off your business expenses. One thing, again, I'm going back to, regardless if you're in college or if you have you work for corporate America, make sure you have your own business, okay? That way you can start to write off everything that you do. Someone just said they purchased a new phone. Great, you use that phone for your business. Now, every month, if you're paying $100 per month for, your monthly fee, you can start to write that portion off for your business, okay? And I'm telling you, that comes in handy during tax time. You get more money back, okay? Negatives, no medical benefits. If you're independent, there's no medical benefits. Now, if you're captive and you're working for, like I said, I work for MetLife, there's medical benefits, okay? Long hours. It's sales, so you have to be hungry. You have to be out there, right? Income varies due to commission. And then you must continue to take continued education. I don't really think of that as a negative, but there is a cost factor involved in that. So you have to make sure that you have, the hundreds, or if it's $1,000 or whatever it is, to make sure every 2 years you're able to continue to be licensed. All right, moving on, property adjuster. All right, and again, I'm all three. So if you have any questions at the end about any of these, let me know. All right, property adjuster. Man, I had no clue what all this was until Hurricane Harvey started. All right. There was, since I have my insurance license, there was something that popped up, and it was just like, hey, if you want to make some money helping, residents affected by Hurricane Harvey, let's go. I had no clue how much money was in property adjusting. So right here, we're going to just talk about property adjusting, and then we'll get into CAT adjusting. Okay. So property adjusters, what do? Well, in this picture here, you see that a tree has hit the house, okay? If there was a tornado that came through, or anything, maybe a water pipe in the house broke, a property adjuster comes to that homeowner's house to inspect the damages. They make sure, or they report any insurance claim related damages, and then they make sure that they reimburse those homeowners for what's due to them. Okay, so there's two different types of adjusters. One is a field adjuster. These people actually travel to the homeowner's property. They inspect the home for those damages. Okay, so they physically go out to the property. They may have to climb a roof. I remember the first time I went to that class, they were talking about measuring pitches on the roof and everything. I was like, oh, I'm not getting on the roof. I may be in the wrong class, right? And then they also have claims examiner, which is more so what I did. Okay, they work in the office behind a desk, and they examine the claim file. Once the field adjuster writes up their report, they send it into the claims examiner. That person processes the settlement payments, right? They have that continued communication with the insured, make sure everything goes well. Again, pretty much the same steps as an insurance broker or insurance agent. However, this time it's a little different. You have to make sure you're licensed in every state that you do business. You could easily work for a company and have claims coming from New Mexico, California, Florida, whatever, right? So if you're going to handle those claims, you have to have a license, which means, you have to have reciprocity there, and there may be an extra fee involved, okay? Let's talk about the money though. So again, once you get that certification in your hand, you can start off making anywhere from $50,000, and then a more experienced $85,000, with the average being $63,000. Okay, that's for the claim examiner. Field adjusters make more money because they actually physically go out to the properties. So they start anywhere from $60K up to $100K. Average is about $75K. All right. Now, one thing I want to tell you too, which is pretty cool, all these rates I just told you are for residential claims. These are for homeowners, right? If you get into the commercial claims, where that means businesses, oh man, the sky's the limit there. You make even more money, all right? So let's talk about the positives again. So this is for claims examiner portion. You get to now work from home. They just changed that in 2020, right? They always had it to where the more experienced people were able to work from home, but if you just started out, you had to physically be in the office. But now the business models have changed. So that's pretty cool too. You can control your own schedule as a field adjuster to a degree, right? Because you're able to say, okay, within this particular territory, I will travel to this many houses before I may leave and go to another state, okay? Great salary. No residual income here, so shouldn't put that, but medical benefits, okay? The negatives, again, there's long hours, all right? You must get licensed in each state you handle claims for, and again, take continued education. Now, we're gonna talk about my favorite here, which is CAT adjuster. Again, when I got into property adjustment, CAT, what does that stand for? CAT. When you see that listed, man, you wanna jump on that right away. CAT stands for catastrophic, okay? So again, think about your hurricanes. I listed those here. Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Maria. When that pops up, when you see anything cat related, man, just start having money signs come on your eyes, okay? This is what all property adjusters pretty much live for. They don't happen every year, so you have to be very smart with your money. If you're not already learning how to manage your money wisely, do that. Go online, go to YouTube, find some classes how to manage your money, okay? But anyway, so what does a catastrophic adjuster do? They do the exact same thing as the property adjuster do, what I just told you. The only difference is they handle claims for natural disasters, okay? So for instance, a field adjuster may have to travel to the area of damage. So if something happens in Florida, they have to travel to Florida. If something happens in California, they have to travel to California, okay? A CAT desk adjuster may also have to travel as well to those affected areas. Sometimes you can actually just work for that carrier that you normally would work for anyway. And now they're going to start allowing people to work from home. So this is going to get easier because, so let's talk about the hours. It's a killer with the hours, but you're making your money, right? So you work 7 days a week, 12-hour days. And why is that? It's because the government wants you to process all of these claims within 90 days. They want in and out. They want all of these people taken care of. They want to make sure these people get the money they need to fix their house. They don't want people still living in a house that has a hole in the roof a year later, okay? So think of this as a 90-day gig or, opportunity, right? Where you're working 84 hours a week. All right, but let's talk about the money. So here, I put no salary for independent adjusters. If you can be an independent adjuster when it comes to cat season. Cat season is about to take place now. Hurricane season, June to November, that's cat season, all right? That's where we make a lot of our money. And this year is gonna be, they're already talking about how it's gonna be a lot of hurricanes, right? So it's paid hourly. Again, make sure you're independent and not captive. Like if you're working for Liberty Mutual, it's plus and minuses. If you're already getting paid $65,000 or $70,000, well, that's great because you're not going to be forever able to get paid that, right? Even beyond those 90 days. So some people like that because it's job security. Other people kind of like me who want to make my money really quickly. Then I like this because I'm doing other things too. So again, you get paid per hour. As a desk adjuster, you can get paid anywhere from $30 to $50 an hour plus OT. So it was pretty cool because my team, we always loved it after the 40 hours. We would say, we just all started ringing the bell like, oh, it's OT time. We're going to $75 an hour. We easily made $4,000 a week during cat season, okay? For those people who are okay with climbing a roof, hey, I say make your money. Those people make anywhere from $700 to $3,000 per house. We process their invoices. I know how much they make. So if you're experienced, you can easily do 2 to 3 houses a day. So if you're experienced, you're going to get those bigger houses where you're seeing those 3,000. So you can make $6,000 in one day. So it's always a positive atmosphere because people are making money. They're happy. We're tired, but people are making money. Okay. And again, these are all for residential claims. Again, if you're handling commercial claims, you're going to make even more money. So again, the positives really quick to wrap this up because we're running out of time. Excellent money. You get paid per diem, paid weekly. I love that. Get your $4,000 every week. And then again, you make good money. The horrible thing about it are the long hours. I literally was tired. After the 90 days, I was ready for it to end. Very stressful and emotional. You're dealing with people who have lost everything in some cases. So a lot of crying. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. So if you're very sensitive, this may not be for you, but after a while, you'll be able to work through those calls. And you have to keep your health up because you're sitting down physically, at your desk for 84 hours a week. So you have to make sure you get up, walk around, eat healthy, get your sleep when you can. And then, the other negative thing for some people is you have to pay out of pocket for traveling. So up front, try to save some money. If you know you want to be a person to travel to the site, make sure you have some money on your credit cards. Make sure you have some money in your savings so that way when you get there, you're not stuck out living in your car for a week, right? Until you get your first check. You can be comfortable in a hotel or however you want to do it. So that's just one thing I wanted to let you know as well. Exam info. I'm going to leave all this information from Ms. Grant. So in case the people want this, you can come back to this. But again, for the exam for both the insurance sales and then also for the adjuster is all through the Texas Department of Information. Okay, so TDI. So just go to their website. You can use Pearson VUE. You can go to WebCE to get your the courses to study as well as to pass the test. All this information is on here. You can go online and figure out how much those fees are. It's really not that expensive, folks. It's really not. So just to give you, again, another option, maybe even just to make that a backup plan, but again, whatever you do, make sure you have two of something, just in case you have to jump from out of one industry to the next or jump on an opportunity if it arises. I tell all my young people, never be out of work. Make sure you have options, okay? And just congratulations, you made it, y'all. Y'all gonna go to the next chapter and you dictate what your next chapter will look like. So make it an awesome one. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ivory. I really appreciate you. Does anybody have any questions before we exit for today?
I do.
Go right ahead.
What was I about to ask? I wanted to ask, no. Oh, I want to ask, if in the future, if we sign up for industries or something for work, what what degree do we have to have to sign up for this for this job?
So the good thing about this particular position is you don't need a degree. As long as you have your certifications, and basically certifications are like licenses, okay? So long as you go to TDI, which is Texas Department of Insurance, go to TDI, okay? And then they'll show you everything you need to do to get started as an insurance agent or as an adjuster.
I'm sorry.
And that's okay.
The ringing on my sound is okay. So basically, this particular career, you don't have to have an actual college degree. Okay. But what she's talking about, certification and licensures, is basically classes that you take, and you take the classes, you study, and then you take the test and you get your certification or your license. And then that certifies that you can do this job. Okay. So just as I explained before, this class is college, career, and military. So we go through various different ways that you can build your future. If you decide that you're not going to college and you want to go straight into a career, you can go this is one of the many routes that you can go. We had a guest from the Air Force a few weeks ago. So I'm just exposing you to the different ways or the different paths that you can take for your future, because there's not always just one. Okay, does anybody else have any questions before we exit? Jennifer said no. And the recording is going to be posted in the classroom. Nicole, I'm going to also send you a copy of the recording also, so you have it.
Okay, thanks again. I really appreciate being here today.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
All right, y'all have a good day. Good luck.
Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.